UFO?
Welcome back, everybody, from around the world. We've got incredible videos just in, and we're sharing them to you right now. What are we looking at?
A what? A UFO? What is that?
This video was captured in Fort Lauderdale, and it was making the scene on the coast over there. What is your thoughts right now?
That's not a person. The UFO.
All right, now we got a good lockdown on the object. Some people are saying this is a great broad daylight UFO sighting. I want to get your thoughts. It's really curious to me. People are walking by and they're just oblivious to what is going on above their heads. This is almost hilarious that people don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I was noticing that myself, Blake. People are so tuned into their cell phones, they don't bother looking up in the skies, and that's why we give the heads up. Hey, everybody, if you don't look up, you're not going to see anything. And this is a good submission. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Earlier, we had that great close-up, and it's quite amazing. We can't make it out. Is it a balloon? Is it going? Why does it go up and down? Could it be the convection of hot air and a little breeze bringing it up and down? It's kind of strange.
Some people say that this could be possibly just some balloons just floating in the air, but again, it is very stable in my opinion. And again, it resembles some kind of maybe drone technology. And here is the footage. What is this thing doing? It's just drifting off into the distance. It almost seemed like it was kind of spying on the people on the coast over there in Fort Lauderdale. Is this some kind of new surveillance? Just hovering there, not making much noise? New technology?
Yeah, like what we're looking at here. Notice those seagulls basically surveying what's ever up there. I think they're curious on what's evading their location, their flying habitat. What is it?
It really brings to mind Gulf breeze sightings. Some of these broad daylight videos that were captured from Florida, and Florida is renowned for their broad daylight video. And again, we want to listen to the girl's reaction here.
A UFO?
So some people are saying it's a flying humanoid. We're getting comments right now. We're sharing this. Listen to this.
A what? A UFO? What is that?
Again, I like the way it descends, and it basically is on a right trajectory downward.
That's not a person.
Again, nobody even notices this object in the sky.
The UFO.
But the woman capturing this does notice something, and she actually captured a great shot. She's holding the camera pretty steady here.
Yeah, I like the way it just holds steady right here. And as you see the people on the beach walk by, they don't notice nothing. Listen. Yeah, I could classify this as a UFO. It's a good caller from this emitter that this is a real deal.
What's going on?
What I like about the eyewitness here, as she videotaped, she definitely identifies it as a UFO. She can't make out exactly what it is. If she thought it would be some kind of just balloons floating up there, you would think that she would have said it. She definitely thinks it's very strange. Indeed, in my opinion, it's something that is unidentified, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. I want to get your guys' opinions. Is this some kind of new modified drone to spy on the people over there in Florida and around the world? They got to make silent vehicles, but again, it almost stands out.
That's not a person. The UFO.
Is it maybe putting off some kind of a transmission, some kind of EMP that attracts the birds to it?
Yeah, I remember when we flew up our drones early in our career, and we had hawks surveying them. So I think they find this very interesting.
Well, okay, now we got UFO proof. He just joined us. Hey, Kyle, welcome.
How are we doing, guys?
All right, good. We're looking at this video coming in from Florida. I want to get your opinion right now. I'm sharing this to you.
All right. So this is a pretty interesting video. My first thoughts automatically is that it's a kite or like a surfer. But then
UFO.
I'm not seeing a surfer anywhere. Or maybe a paraglider or something. But with that being said, I'm not actually seeing really any evidence of that. So I'm not sure what to make of this video.
That's one of our thoughts right off the bat. Like, we've seen some video out of Gulf Breeze back in the 90s, and this kind of recalls to memory some of these videos. Do you think this is maybe some new surveillance drone out there not using prop propeller blades, looking upon the people with a silent stealth technology?
That's interesting that you brought that up. Yeah, that does. It does kind of remind me of that. And I think for people at home who might not know that there were other sightings in Gulf Breeze other than Ed Walter's sightings, where it was the top-looking UFO. There was also ones of a cylindrical drone that was being filmed off the shore of Gulf Breeze, filmed by Mike Hawkins. I believe that is what you're referring to. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We're sharing just a clip of Hawkins' video, and it was one of the most inspiring videos when I was a young kid looking at UFO evidence, and this kind of brings back that memory.
Yeah, it really does too. In fact, I think this is actually a lot better than Hawkins' video, only because I am highly suspect of Michael Hawkins and his videos because he has so many incredibly clear UFO videos that it does appear that he's probably hoaxing a number of them. But then I see something like this, and I mean, I think this is really great. Going up high like this is obviously not a paraglider or a kite. A balloon, I don't think would be performing like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, you would think the balloon, if it were, the characteristics of this is that it's descending and it's rising and it's not really waving like you would think a balloon would. But then again, you just never know. The winds are calm. But one thing that strikes me is that people are walking right by this and they're not even looking up in the sky. I believe this is genuine video, but it's hilarious that people aren't even looking up and saying, hey, what the heck is that?
And it seems that we have a couple people that might be looking at it, but most people seem to be ignoring it, except for the photographer. But like I've recounted in some of my UFO encounters and sightings, there can be people lighting fireworks in the street, and you could have a UFO right over their head, and they're completely oblivious to it. That's because, unlike most of us who are into ufology, the average person doesn't keep their eyes to the sky. They're keeping their head down, their eyes down, and they don't really know what's going on up there. And it takes this one individual to look up to recognize something. And of course, at the same time, usually when people do recognize a UFO and they're trying to film it, they're not going to start screaming out, oh, there's a UFO, because of the stigma attached to, seeing a UFO. One thing I wanted to point out was the birds that appear to be circling this object too. I thought that was kind of fascinating.
Yeah, we brought this up. We brought up the fact that maybe this thing's actually putting out some kind of EMP, some kind of electronic frequency that's attracting the birds. I know drones have done the same thing when we fly drones in Hawaii. We've had a couple hawks surround our drones, so maybe they're curious.
I mean, absolutely. And speaking of drones, I don't think that's any kind of drone that I've personally ever seen. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't look like any kind of aircraft or RC that the public could buy. It seems just really unusual. I mean, as for an alien spacecraft, I couldn't tell you right there. And as for man-made, I couldn't tell you. It seems like a really clear video, and the photographer seems to be genuine in their sighting and everything. So until we can actually nail down exactly what it is, I would have to categorize this as a UFO until we have some further evidence. Maybe somebody watching could, might know what it is, and could comment on it, letting us know if they have any ideas.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what we're doing. We're going to be sharing the original link to everybody. Everybody can make their own decision of what exactly was captured. But appreciate everybody for joining us. UFO Proof, thanks for joining us this last minute going over the video. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We'll see you again next time.